Hey, my workplace warriors, welcome to another installment of the Job Search Readiness Series. If you're stopping by for the first time, welcome. If you're a repeat visitor or a subscriber, welcome back. Well, today, as we continue the Job Search Readiness Series, we are shifting into high gear. So if you are an aspiring executive, or if you're already an executive but you're ready for your next move, this is information that you want to hear. So I am going to share with you 10 points that executive level job seekers need to be hyper focused on, because this is a different game at a whole different level. And you're going to see why if you stick with me till the end of the video. So first of all, just remember that I'm on this mission to help you live your best career life, and that's why I am here with this content on today. So number one, as an executive job seeker, you need to understand the company's vision. I'm not talking about just memorizing it or being able to recite it. You need to truly understand the company's vision. And that's why you need to research the company's mission, values, and their strategic goals to align your responses to their objectives. Because remember, you're going to be the face of the company, the leader of the company, the one who sets the tone for the company. And you're going to be the one whose thought process is going to prayerfully move the company forward and going to demolish the competition. So you need to know that your values match the company's values, that your thought processes support the company's mission, and that your experience has enabled you to be the person to carry on the strategic goals. And you should be able to tell that story almost effortlessly, because by the time that you finish looking back over your career, you should have some very, very strong experience at this level that shows without a doubt that you have what it takes to understand and live out the company's vision. Number two is you need to be able to highlight your leadership style. So when you go into that executive level interview, you need to discuss your leadership philosophy, or be prepared to, because it will come up. I guarantee you it will come up, because people want to know what type of leader they're going to be reporting to and what type of workplace culture they're going to have to operate within and encourage and motivate their team members to operate within and work within. So provide strong examples of how you've successfully managed teams and driven results, both in good times and in challenging business times, because that's very important as well. Can you continue to motivate the force when things are going rough? Then showcase your strategic thinking. Demonstrate your ability to make data-driven decisions. Let them know what types of data you depend on to make your decisions and manage risk, as well as execute long-term strategies. And just know that you need to be able to identify specific types of data that you will need to lead or be at the helm of that particular company. That will really show that you know their line of business, their industry, and what type of data should be kept in order to review and make business decisions. Then quantify your achievements. Like I keep hearing this phrase that you can't manage what you can't measure, or you won't manage what you can't measure, or you won't manage what you don't measure. And that means that if you're not measuring it and you don't have solid numbers regarding the positive impact you've made to your previous organizations, people, processes, and profits, you might as well not go to the interview, because that will show right there that you're not ready. You're going to give the impression, at least, that you're not ready to be at the helm of an organization as an executive. And even if you're not at the very pinnacle of the organization, you're going to be one of the, as an executive, you're looked upon as one of the CEOs or president's top right-hand people. So be able to quantify your achievements. So use metrics, key performance indicators to illustrate your past successes, and some things that you definitely need to spend a little bit of time on is revenue growth, cost reduction, or team performance improvement. So like I said, people, processes, and profits. Those are what are the makings of a strong leader. Then, crisis management. If you have crisis management experience, then definitely share examples of how you've handled high stakes situations, managed crises, or led through organizational change. Like someone who's leading during our current situation where our economy is doing some strange things, and we're going through a lot of change and chaos right now with all of the changes that are trickling down from our federal seat of government. And so as a leader, you need to be able to show that you are an effective crisis management executive, that you have those capabilities. Then talk about or be prepared to discuss your high performing team building skills. Emphasize your ability to attract top talent, foster collaboration, and develop leadership pipelines. And some of the ways that you can do that are, first, attracting top talent. How, as a high level executive, did you contribute to attracting top talent during the Great Resignation to keep your organization running well and competitively in the market? Also, fostering collaboration. How did you and your team foster collaboration in a remote environment during the pandemic, and then during a hybrid work environment coming out of the height of the pandemic? And how do you continue to renew collaboration as more and more people return to the office? So be prepared to discuss those types of things. And then, how do you develop leadership pipelines? What type of succession plans have you participated in developing for previous organizations that you have been a representative of, an executive representative of? Because those are crucial. We are, especially with the current labor situation, you need to be able to show that you know how to identify existing top talent within your organization, as well as successfully identifying ideal top talent from outside when you don't already have someone on the inside who's ready for that role. Next, and this is number 7, stakeholder communication. And oh my gosh, this is so important. I think a lot of people don't understand how important stakeholder communication is. And you know, stakeholders are anybody from the entry level of the organization up to the person who you report to at the helm, or the person directly who reports directly to you if you are the person at the helm. How do you manage relationships? Because that's what stakeholder communication is about, is managing relationships with board members, commissioners, investors, and other key stakeholders. So consider that. Excuse me one moment. My back is itching. I'm getting ready to go old school with this letter opener, and I apologize for those of you who are offended. I apologize, but I am not going to be able to finish this if I didn't scratch my back. Next is innovation and adaptability. Okay, we're in the age of AI, and we need to be able to innovate in the way that we do business, be open to changing the way that we do things, becoming more technologically advanced, leading by example. And that's one of the big things that I see is lacking in a lot of organizations. Person at the helm doesn't want to be bothered with learning how to conduct certain tasks and responsibilities in the system, their organizational system, especially like their HR system. And I think that that's really sad, because that's how you show that that is an important aspect of the business, not by do as I say and not as I do, but to do as I do. Even if you don't know how to do everything, which isn't expected of anyone, but you know, do some of it, like approving your employees' time off requests and what have you. Those are very, very important aspects of being an effective executive, because people like your HR folk, they know if you are in that system or not. Your IT folk, they know if you're in that system or not. And the reason why HR knows is because if you don't do it, then 9 times out of 10, the responsibility falls on them. And that doesn't create a positive impression, HR's positive perception of you as an executive, because you know what your actions are doing is making them feel like what they do is not important, when we all know that it is ultra important. Let you not get your paycheck. Yeah, we'll hear from everybody. Then the HR team will be running for cover. So it's so important to be innovative and to highlight, to support those ideas that are plausible, and be willing to be a part of the conversation about new innovative ways of getting the job done, because it could lead to such greater efficiency. Not every idea, not every platform will, but be willing as the executive and be able to discuss it during your interview, how you participate in those discussions and how you support your teams and in their quest to implement innovative, more efficient ways of getting the work done. So just be prepared to highlight your track record of driving innovation and adapting to evolving market trends or technological advancements. Number 9 is be able to discuss cultural fit and the company's values. So explain how your personal values and work ethic align with the company's culture and mission. If they don't align, you're not going to feel comfortable in that role. You are going to feel out of place, like a fish out of water, because if that company's values do not match your personal values, you're not going to be happy, and you're not going to be able to, as they say, fake the funk for too long. So just make sure you keep that in mind. It's not always about the money, because if you're not happy and that company, your new employer's values are so different from yours that you feel every morning that you wake up and go into that job that you are somehow betraying who you are at the core of your being, you're not going to stay there long. And your unhappiness and uneasiness, and lack of contentment is going to show through. You're not going to be able to be enthusiastic for long about this company and what it does, because you're going to feel like you're at odds, fighting a serious knockdown, drag out battle every day. And you're going to be the one losing, because you're going to be cheating yourself, and you're going to be doing your teams a disservice as well. Then number 10, which is last but definitely not least, is focus on a vision for the future. Articulate your vision for the role that you're being considered for, and how you plan to contribute to the company's growth and success. And this is sort of like number 9, the cultural fit and company values. You have to really believe in the company and the mission that it's on to be able to create a vision or a future for the role that you may be taking or stepping into. So just make sure you hyper focus on that as well. And just know that as you step into the executive interview space, remember that at this level, it's not just about answering questions. It's about telling your leadership story with confidence, clarity, and relatedness. By focusing on your strategic vision, leadership experience, and measurable results that you've achieved throughout your career, you'll leave a lasting positive impression on your interviewers. And just know that I will be going back, since I've shared these 10 points that executive job seekers should be focused on. Just know that I'm going to go back and I'm going to do a separate video about each one of these points to give you more in-depth guidance on what you should what you should be focusing on, ideal types of answers and content that you need to share as you interview for your executive role. And if you're not an executive job seeker yet, don't despair. Let me tell you, this right here, this information I'm going to be sharing with you over the next 10 or so days can help you at a lower level as well. And if you get to the point that you can, one, get higher level on the job exposure to things like playing a role in organizational restructurings, particularly downsizings and layoffs, and helping to plan that strategy and knowing how to do it, and not only knowing how to do them, but doing them in a thoughtful and compassionate manner that also offers support to those who are unfortunately impacted by those business decisions. It's going to help you shine in your interviews at a lower level in ways that you would not have imagined. And it can help you land a higher level job too. So if you're not an executive level job seeker yet, come on, see the vision, envision yourself in that role one day, and go ahead and start preparing right now, because getting to the executive level is not a how can I say it? It's not an overnight success thing. It's a level of career success that you build from day one of your career up. And so just keep that in mind. And I hope that these insights empower you to excel in your next executive interview. And if you found it valuable, remember to like, comment, share, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. You see, your likes and every new subscriber lets the algorithm know that this is valuable content that more people need to see. Your comments let me know that the content that you'd like to see more of from me. And when you share my content, you immediately help me to reach more people who, like you, are on the best career life journey. And then hitting the notification bell will inform you first when I drop new content. So you'll get more career tips and strategies to help you reach the next level in your career. Until next time, keep leading with purpose and intention. Career success to you. Bye-bye.